And Karen Stupples watching Nasa Hataoka 61 on Thursday. This for birdie at 5.
And rolling that ball really nice again today, but it's been a bit of a roller coaster for her.
We'll update you on that in a moment. First, Danielle Kang, the defending champion. This for birdie at 6.
And not so much of a roller coaster for her because she seems to be pouring it in from everywhere, which is hitting quality shots.
The par 5 7th is a tough par 5, but she just pours it in. That would be a second straight birdie. Could she make it 3 in a row at the par 3 8th?
And Jerry, it certainly is a new day indeed. She hit every green in regulation yesterday. This has been her 4th green missed so far today. And the first time, Jerry, that she's gotten it up and down.
That had to feel good after just a roller coaster of a front 9 and a really poor pitch shot there from behind the green. So we head out to Yeon Ryu,
who yesterday shot 72, 11 shots worse than Nasa, but today bringing her A game. 2 under so far, and it's been an easy 2 under.
An easy par at the 9th. This is Christina's 14th hole for the day. Started off the 10th hole. She's been showing signs of the old form lately this year, hasn't she, Karen?
And that one, great line and smart play.
Keeps it just under the hole, and that's a better than 50% chance for NB Park.
And this putting stroke is just ideal.
Boy, I'd love to know who the other 5 are, because she's the best I've ever seen.
Well, you're not one of them, Jerry.
Back to 9 and Danielle Kang.
From 126, soft 9 on the way for Danielle. Another good-looking shot.
Best of the 3, about 7-8 feet away for birdie. Another one. Danielle Kang's on a bit of a heater right now. We've seen it before. Center. Fresh off a 4th place finish last week at the Volunteers of America Classic. Her second to the 11th. That coming on the heels of a top 15 at the KPMG Women's PGA. Really starting to play some golf. Beauty there.
Able to have gap wedge in. Her 2 fellow competitors have both hit good shots in already. And she'll be putting first for birdie, even though she drove it the farthest.
Up on the green, Nasa for birdie in the lead.
Yeah, this is an uphill putt with some good amount of right to left break. Oh, it didn't turn at the end. That was a good putt.
As you would expect, the longest in the group. Just 96 yards L wedge in hand. And this needs to sit out.
It's putting a spin.
Yeah, it does.
Birdie and a bogey. Enough speed. Ooh. Kind of stuck in neutral a bit. Even par. She's got Barry Rock Caesars on the bag. It's 12. Allison Lee. 2 under on her round so far. Or 1 under, I should say. Now it's 2. Nasa Hataoka and this woman, the 27-year-old from the Chicagoland area, Elizabeth Szokol, second at the par 3 6.
Lovely little thump there. I mean, this hole, you know, playing 192 yards, that's a good poke on a par 3.
This was Esther Henseleit at the 12th, her second.
Hitting from the left side of the fairway, which is the favourite side. That's nice.
Esther Henseleit, after a wonderful approach to the 12th, has this to get to 6 under. She's tied for 13th and continues to play at a very high level. On the tee at 14, Muno.
There you go. That's how you do it. You'd like to be able to capitalise on it and get yourself in the red, and then with 17 and 18 up and coming. There you go.
Gives her a little breathing room.
In Florida, she practiced with this, and I'd say it performed very well yesterday. And so far, a couple clutch par putts today.
Right down the middle.
To transition back to the ball, it is within milliseconds every time, isn't it?
Every single time. Other players could complete 3 swings by the time she just makes it to impact, and beautifully played there. A little bit of work from a way to climb out on that branch.
It's a big, thick limb, Jerry.
Bucket. Never a doubt. Right in the middle. It's a shocker when she actually lips one in.
Not that, you know, it's not going to hurt her too much. Still got all weekend to go. And I think she can do that knowing that her game's in good form. Go into the weekend.
Paula Rito. Her 17th hole of the day.
Really good. Great shot.
Great shot. Nearly perfect.
22-year-old Esther Henseleit playing her second shot.
You can see whole location in that back little portion on the left today. There is plenty of room over that bunker, even though it doesn't appear to be, when you're standing there in the fairway, particularly as you're going in with such a short shot.
Off the fairway in the rough. Drew a good lie. And that's a 9-iron, wasting no time to hit the shot. One of the fastest players on tour, and she gets a great result.
To the 8th. And now 1 shot off the lead, Elizabeth Szokol.
This hole playing quite a bit easier today. Hole location has much to do with it.
Her fellow American at that par 3 8th, 27-year-old Elizabeth Szokol is to tie the lead at 9 under par. After a career best showing last week at the Volunteers of America Classic, a tie for 4th, Esther Henseleit, Karen, is 6 under today, and she's just 2 back.
Well, and this is another opportunity here on this 14th hole. She's missed it a little bit wide left, but they've moved the tee up today, and this hole has gone from playing over par yesterday. You know you've had a 10 under par round. You expect to do it again, and it all changes.
Yeah, everything's almost a mini disappointment when you don't make that many birdies. That was a 9-iron. Pretty good line on it. Just a little too much, maybe a little extra lace out of the rough. She's going with the gap wedge from this left-hand side of the fairway.
6.
Hoping to get some spin on that one.
It's a little backstop right there. She's right at the base of it. That's not going to be too bad. Back to the 13th. Brittany Lincicome for birdie.
Pretty similar line that NASA just had.
That's got the speed. And the line. Wasn't happy with the wedge, but pretty good there. Elizabeth Szokol already has made 7 birdies in this round. Does her work with one of the PGA of America's really good guys. There's many of them. Justin Sheehan, director of golf at Pelican Golf Club. That's about 7 yards of green in line with the flag stick to work with, but the first couple are a downhill bounce. So you got to fly it just a couple short of the hole.
She did.
Like that. Nice. Scoring average today just a little under par for the field. That'll help. Ingrid Jutanagard, once she broke through a few years back, she couldn't stop with.
This hole playing 17 yards shorter than yesterday. That's an 8-iron for Brittany. Taking it right of the flag stick, trying to draw it in.
Thank you.
8-iron seems to be the club of choice on this hole. Oh, this one looks good.
But normally it's crap.
9 under. It's a 3-way tie.
It's all been playing harder today than it did yesterday.
Yeah, good shot.
Although if you're Addison Lee, she's making that look quite easy. In this day and age, when you see players always chopping and changing putters, Addison Lee has never changed her putter.
This is an easy pairing. That's a 9-iron on the way.
Grabs a little.
This is a good line right here, just left of the hole.
Oh, just pitched another foot, and that would have been landing on the green proper and been right by the hole.
All right, let's see if Yeon Ryu loves this second shot at 15.
She should. It should be just a good solid 7-iron. Made a couple of good pars the last 2 holes. It's time for a birdie.
She landed it just in the right spot, right at the end of the upslope in the green, because the second half of that green slopes away toward the back of the green.
She's going to have to use every bit of her strength, which she has a lot of, to gouge this out of a particularly long patch of primary rough. See if she can get it in the front middle of the green.
Took off on a good line. Oh.
Yeah, that was really well done.
Yeah.
Made that look a lot easier than it was.
Couldn't ask for a lot better from there.
It's hard to do out here, Kay, working on your own. And Gary's he has a habit of getting talented players to achieve even more.
Well, I think he's really simple with his fundamentals, and sometimes, she doesn't need a big overhaul, just a couple of little tweaks. This will have a little bit of left-right movement.
Say that new putter in the bag's working. When switching to that leads to those kind of results, it might stay in the bag for a while.
Third shot at the 4th for Mina Haragai.
She's another player that's been, popping up on our leaderboards more regularly just recently.
Esther Henseleit for par at 16. Still a terrific day for her, but her first drop shot, she's 5 under, but with those back-to-back par 5s to come.
Really good sounding shot, drifting right though.
Oh, not many players though could get the ball to stick on that downhill slope like she did, especially coming out of the first cut of rough. Really nice play. Area for birdie at 15.
Yeah, this is back up the hill, and as you said, Jerry, to stop it on that downslope, big advantage.
That finds the bottom eventually. She's 7 under. She's right in the thick of it. It's worked pretty well for a guy named Steve Stricker through the years.
Indeed. Such a shallow approach. Good. That's going to keep running. The hole helps.
I don't know if that was a good break or a bad break. Just an inch left. It catches the center of the flagstick.
17.
Just a little formality here for Addison Lee to get it to 8 under par. No problem. And it is going to be absolutely raucous there this fall.
Will be, and Catherine Imrie, one of Katrina Matthews' vice captains, was messaging me last night how glad she was to be playing at Inverness.
She has an 8-iron in her hand, which should be enough to clear the tree. 141 yards. It plays more like 135.
Whoa.
I guess she liked that number.
She's turned the corner, hasn't she?
Good one.
To push her lead to 2, Nasa Hataoka.
Right to left, and that's 3 birdies in a row, Grant.
And 5 on the day. She's halfway towards yesterday's total of 10 birdies when she shot 61.
Mina Haragai at 5th. This to save par. Oh, that goes in with a bit of authority.
The right side of the green, even the middle of the green trip in B.
7-iron in hand should cover that tree. Yeah, not a problem. This is left of it trying to get back there.
in second at 9 under. This is her third at the par 5.
Oh, any good.
Nearly leapfrogged her.
Plenty of green to work with. I see her getting this within 5 or 6 feet easily. Gets up and down out of the bunker 57% of the time.
Yeah, almost.
I think that's a gimme.
Almost didn't need the down.
She made me look good there. And she played tremendous golf, especially that Sunday, shooting 68 just to get into a playoff.
Yeah, that Sunday when it looked like it was Lexi's for the longest time, and then when she faltered a little bit, Lincicome with her third, already 3 eagles here today on this hole.
From the back of the bunker, minimal green to work with. Oh, how good is this?
Yeah.
Jerry, that's one she'll remember for a long time.
Yeah, I'm not sure pictures do that with justice. That was beautiful.
Esther Henseleit having a terrific day. 6 under on her round. Do I hear 7? Tied for 15th at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship 2 weeks ago.
Really good. I know it may not look like that on TV, but you can see how fast it sloped, and if it just trundled just a little bit more, she would have had that result.
Nearly made birdie the hard way there. Only hit that pitch shot about a foot, and now it's less than a foot from the hole.
You know, had the COVID year from being a rookie, and they've capitalized on it. You think about Leona Maguire being one of those players. Harrigai got some confidence from playing in those Cactus Tour events, became dominant, came out, had her best year on the LPGA Tour. You know, she had a good amateur career and really struggled on tour. You know, in 2019 she was 109 on my list. In 18 she was 83rd. 17 she was 116. In 20 she was 120. So she's always been a little journey woman, kind of, you know, trying to get by. But maybe that just gives her a little bit of belief. Like, wait a minute. You know, once she found her strides, it was there was no holding her back.
Think about Nelly Korda taking over the #1 spot in the Rolex rankings. Christie was the first American to reach that mark. Stacey Lewis is the other, along with Nelly. Here's our leader, Hataoka. Third shot.
Yeah, that was a little easier shot than Lincicome faced. Kind of could hit it like a little modified pitch and run.
Looks great.
I tell you what, that was a brilliant birdie after making the right decision to lay up short of that hazard. She just, she loves life and loves competing, and it's good to see her back hitting it well and scoring well.
Well, for all of us that have been on the course.
There you go. She waits to make the big putt on the big stage at the 18th.
No pressure, Nasa, but a couple of long birdies right in front of you. It's for 68.
Oh, it went left pretty quickly.
I sort of saw that going the other way, or not having as much break. Well, shows she's human after all.
All in all, not bad. Backs up a 61 with a 69.
Just 45 some yards. That's what she's done.
Oh, that's a lovely shot.
Back in May. NB for birdie.
Up the hill 25 feet. Turning left now.
Take a little victory lap. Get some applause from area.
31-year-old Californian. 2 top 10s already this season. Oh, just misses there. Tap in par. She'll finish with rounds of 66, 66, 10 under par. In search of her best finish of her career. That came last year for the veteran. 2 fourth-place finishes.